My name's Lloyd Kohler. I'm the owner of this 1961 Impala. It was used in the video with Tupac back in the day, To Live and Die in LA. A lot of people ask me how I found the car, which was pretty simple. My buddy Jay, I ride with, he's in my car club, Plato Plomo. I was looking for a convertible I wanted to do, and I just kept looking and looking and looking. Came across a couple, went to look at them. You know, pictures, everyone always posts better pictures than their car actually looks. Got kind of bummed out, went home, and my buddy Jay sent me that, the 61, and it was on Craigslist. And I'd seen it a bunch of times, like we had went back and forth, but it was really far from Long Beach. I said, man, you down to make the drive? And we did. Pulled up to a guy. He had it. It had switched hands a couple times. I'm not certain about the story where it went before this guy got it, but it switched hands a couple times and he had it. It was exactly like it was in the video, but he had it just put inside of a warehouse. And I just said, man, you know, I made him an offer. I wanted to take it home, and it wasn't completely verified at the time. Everyone just knew it was the car, but once I took it home, I opened the glove box and all the paperwork verified and everything was inside of it. So it was just, no one had done anything to it. It would start up and that was it. I started it up, tried to take it around the block, went about a half a mile, everything freezed up, took it back home, rebuilt it to original. Didn't like it. I was trying to keep the integrity of it just like the video, and I just couldn't, I don't really like having a car that doesn't have hydraulics, so I ripped it apart and here she stands today.
Hi, I'm Lashelle Danae.
And I'm Onika Day.
And we are the girls from To Live and Die in LA video with the one and only Tupac Shakur. My bro.
We're here to take you on a journey of all the locations and stories and hope you enjoy the ride.
Yeah. We're going to show you all the spots that we went to when we were filming the video and, you know, just kind of give you some insight of what it was like to film with my brother, you know? Hey.
And
so, hope you enjoyed this ride.
Got the car too.
We hope you enjoyed this ride.
let's ride. So we're here, Baldwin Hills, Crenshaw Mall. This was the original base camp for production on To Live and Die in LA, where we arrived for makeup, hair, and all that. We arrived as talent, but as Miss Lashelle was good friends with Pac, best friends with Pac, he was like, you family, come on, come in the trailer with us. And then this location here, why don't you give them that story about?
What's up, y'all? I'm just chilling right here at the infamous Crenshaw Mall. That anybody that's from LA, you already know Crenshaw is the street where all the cars drive their car, the lowriders, motorcycles. LA, we are a very car state. So, you know, in the video, Tupac rolled up in his Jag, pulled up here. And this was the video where you saw all the kids running around and everybody like taking pictures of him and getting in the video right here at Crenshaw Mall.
Yeah, it was totally improv. They just pulled him in the mall and it just was like, just interact with everybody and everyone was like, oh, we love you, Pac.
Right here is where Fatburgers used to be, but Fatburgers is still in Los Angeles, but it's just not in this location no more. We filmed here at Fatburgers because this is a local spot that everybody knows about. So
It was the hot spot.
Yeah, the hot spot. And we seen a lot of females that was there. The funny thing about on the set that day was I had that orange outfit on and there was another girl who had an orange outfit on and Pac was like, no, stop, cut. She can't have on the same outfit as her. That's messing up the continuity. No, she gotta get out the thing. So Pac ended up putting the girl out that scene because she had on the same color as me. So
Yeah.
he can be an asshole about certain stuff going
But he's a
correctly.
particular artist. So, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And my
So-
personal experience was like at that time when we got to that set, we had been shooting for so long and I hadn't eaten anything.
They'll go eat again.
I wanted to
Eating,
eat. So they got us
eating.
Fatburgers and stuff, and I was like, I was like, just look. And so they cut me out of that shot, but I'm like right in the thing. And then like we did like a few takes of that, and there's a part where Pac was like, "This is boring," and like if you see at the very end of that, you see like and that was what he was saying at that point.
Yeah, so Fatburgers.
It was fun.
You can get the world's greatest burgers at Fatburgers. It was fun. It
Across
was
from the
a lot of
Onika.
a lot of females had pulled up at that point, so you can see in the video it's us plus other females at that time, because by then other females had pulled up and we wanted just in the background to seem as though we was having a good time and chilling and doing all
Because they
that.
kept low,
Which
and then
was
when the video
fun
was out,
anyway.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They were like, everyone was having an
Now,
experience of where they're going.
another trip part was when we were downtown LA and you actually see us pull up and pick Tupac up off the street. He was supposed to be a guy that was selling oranges and fruits and stuff like that. But who the fuck sells oranges and fruits with Versace rings on and watches and jewelry and all the stuff that Pac had on? You know what I mean?
A motherfucking hustler.
Yeah, not that kind of hustler. He wouldn't have on those clothes. But yeah, it worked. It worked. We loved it. So, you know, hey, that's all I can say is that just doing the video with Pac was fun. I mean, just his energy is always upbeat. He's always ready for something. I mean, you know, just basically Pac, just always ready for something.
He was just a true artist. He wanted to experience the moment, and like everything that happened was so organic, and like things that happened, he was like, let's just shoot this stuff, and things that were unfolding were a lot of the moments where we were just like chilling, like getting to know each other. It was like a 4-day road trip, like, you know, and like when you just get to know, it was like a poetic justice on steroids, actually filming, you know, To Live and Die in LA. So if like at the time people weren't doing behind the scenes, you know, footage and all that stuff, if we would have had that during this time we were shooting this video, it would just been so many magical moments.
Well,
we remember that.
I heard that the director Kevin has some behind the scenes.
Yeah. Kevin,
I haven't
put it
seen
out.
them, but Kevin, where the footage at?
We know it's not. We all like just
But look,
want all this
don't
love.
put no footage out if you ain't gonna pay us now. Come on now.
Hey, we didn't even get
So
paid for the
that's-
museum.
That's the one good thing.
And they're using our
about
images
that.
in the museum. Wake me when I'm free.
Right. So,
But it was all out of love
right.
and respect, and we matured as artists, being, you know, able to be experienced.
I ain't matured shit. I'm still the same me from Tupac video right now. Still,
I'm matured
almost fail. Still
I'm
me.
working on network television, so
Lashelle
I'm
from
trying to.
Compton. Yeah, hey. Even for the network
Yeah.
TV show, I'ma still be me like Miss Pat. She got her TV show. I ain't changing. Comedian Lashelle
We'll
Danae.
never change.
Pac's OG homegirl.
Pac.
Out. Thank you, Pac.
It's all love, all respect.
So we got some more stuff to show y'all. We not done.
No.
But this is all that happened really pretty much here at Fatburger.
Yeah.
Not too much, but hey,
Fatburger's
it was the
experience-
day with Pac.
It was
it's
a
his
day
birthday.
And it's birthday. And it's all
we having
love.
fun.
And you know any Gemini
chilling. Oh.
wants to make sure their birthday is celebrated in a major, grandiose way. And that's what we're trying to do with the love
All right.
of like appreciation of this.
All right. Pac. Tupac. Hey, you know what? Wait. You know what else is a trip that that so much of the work that Pac got to get done, you know, like before his demise, it was like he got to do so much work. It was like as if the work knew he wasn't gonna be here or something. You know what I mean? It was like he wouldn't stop putting in the work.
Right.
And I'm just happy to be a part of his work that he did, you know.
One thing
That's
that
it.
after he passed, and like we had talked, we were just like heavy in conversations about everything and reflecting and just mourning. And she had, you know, Lashelle was like, damn, like we went to his house in Malibu on Memorial Day. And it was like on Memorial Day, he was like showing us everything that he wanted to accomplish and things that he'd done. And it was like, she was like, it was almost like he was like giving his own memorial service before he passed. You know, that was like about a month or so before, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was.
No, like maybe like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Maybe like 2 or 3.
But it was like all those experiences were just like.
Pac already, it was like as if he knew, you know what I'm saying, when he spoke in all his songs and everything. He spoke about not really feeling that he wouldn't live long. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is, gang. It's his birthday, though. This is a happy occasion.
We're celebrating.
And I'm not going to cry. Y'all got me crying on the last. If you didn't watch Art's other video, you want to see me cry, you got to look at that one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to cry because today's his birthday.
Celebration.
And we're celebrating.
And he would want us to just be happy.
Yes.
And celebrate and like continue like honoring his life and his artistry and like the legacy that he's left and like just all this history, and that's what we doing. We love you, Pac. We love you. We're so grateful for you.
Thank you for even thinking of me to call my friends to do this, because you know thousands of girls that you could have called and that you could have got to do this, but you chose me.
Yes.
And I appreciate that. The same way you chose me for Pour Out a Little Liquor.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I end up late to that one and I just got a snippet, little cut up and Pour Out a Little Liquor. But you taught me a lesson then that when you're doing work, you have to be on time, because people are paying their money, that you may miss out on something and you may not get something that you might have wanted.
Yes.
And guess what? I'm not in Pour Out a Little Liquor video like that because I was late. So I'm gonna pour out a little imaginary liquor for Pac.
Yeah.
All right, so we catch y'all at the next location.
Yeah.
We out, oh, come on. We out. Yo, what's up? We at the world's famous chicken and waffle joint, Roscoe's. If you've ever been to LA, you've been to Roscoe's. So,
and if you haven't been, then you're not from LA or haven't.
I mean, well, you know, when people visit, everybody knows. Bring your ass to Roscoe's and get them bomb ass chicken and waffles.
Number 6.
And number 9, girl.
Oh, I like that.
That's the
wing
9.
Special. What the hell?
That's the 9. The Obama.
We got different
The Obama. So look, this is a place where actually we did come to at the end of the video to Live and Die in LA. We pulled up here and we were supposed to be getting us something to eat because people were hungry, and it turned into a goddamn chicken fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to throwing chicken. It was the dang on Outlaws on one side, and then it was us on the other side, and we just throwing chicken. I had a knot on the side of my head from Pac throwing a damn chicken breast that hit me in the head.
And everything just happened so impromptu, basically, because like we had came from one location to another, and we were hungry. Like we didn't get fed. No, we did not get no fed. No fault to the. I mean, I was hungry. We were hungry. We were shooting all day. It wasn't on a negative stuff and stuff, but we were like so in the moment of like everything was shooting and everything was wonderful. Shoot.
I mean,
we were,
but
like,
you
hungry.
ate at Fatburger's already, so you had already ate that day.
That happened.
You ate. She ate.
Because I'm going to make sure
I eat. So we came here, so I don't even know why she's speaking about like she didn't eat.
It's not in no negative stuff.
Onika ate. Onika ate. Twice. So,
but I gotta eat. Hoes got to eat too.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But this was our favorite location because everything that happened just happened so organically. Like we were getting food to feed us, and then really, like they just started rolling the cameras. When you think about
the whole night, the whole video was organic because for one, Pac just called me like maybe 2 days before the shoot, and was like, "Hey, call 3 of your homegirls so we could do the video." So, you know, basically I called 3 of my friends and shit, we all came together and We did the video. Now I tell you this much, I lied about having license at the time because they didn't want us to drive the car unless I had some license. So I lied and told their ass I had license at the time. But
they
I
put her
didn't
in the
have it.
driver's seat and stuff.
So that was
leading
that
up
part.
to-
And I wasn't the driver all the time. We were getting pulled. When you see me putting the dollars on his head like that, I was not driving. We were getting pulled.
When he knocked me in the head with the shit, yeah.
We were getting pulled.
Yeah, and then we had police escorts and stuff too, and I was trying to sneak a little vodka in my water bottle, and they were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Which was not a good look because I didn't realize like that wasn't a probation, you know, good look.
Hey,
But,
it is what it is.
Yeah. But when we ended up here, I think it was just like such a magical moment because it was like, and which was most of the shoot. It was just a lot of like, just because Lashelle had invited me originally to shoot the video, and I was like, I don't want to do a rapper video. And she was like, bitch, if you don't get in this fucking shit, like, what the fuck? And I'm like, okay. And then when we did it, and it was a 3-day shoot, and it was just like an experience of like really like all of us organically getting to know each other. It wasn't like, oh, we're casting and these are the video girls, da, da, da. He was like, no, I want some real women in my shit. And because we had already been like hanging out for like 3 or 4 months prior to that, like we'd always end up at either his house or Suge's house, and it was just a very like, we would end up
Onika, when she was fresh out here, so she, you know, coming out here, she was into her acting thing. So me and Pac was already doing our thing. So when she came and he asked me to do it, and we did a lot of the death row things, she got to come and do the stuff with us. So you know what I mean? So
yeah.
It was that for her. For me, it was me hanging out with my nigga Pac.
And I knew him originally from the Bay, but I didn't like him in the Bay.
It wasn't.
And she called me out on that.
On that.
On the third day, she was like, bitch, so you want to do the video still? Da, da, da. You didn't like this nigga? He's like, you didn't like me? I was like, no, I'm sorry. She was like, yeah, she didn't like you. And I was like, I'm sorry. He was like, why? I was like, because you used to be getting in fights and all that shit. And he was like, thug like, knocking niggas over. And, da, da, da. And he was like, I was a young nigga.
But that's the thing of, you know, when people don't know somebody, you can prejudge them before you really kind of get to know them. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing that I know about Pac is somebody that I can remember at the Death Row, we had a party at the Museum of Flying. And actually, Shamika, one of the girls that actually
in the back seat of the video.
I'm gonna tell you this: the girl in the back seat of the video that all you guys keep asking, was she me? No, that was not me. That was my little sister, Shamika.
Yes.
Okay, that was Shamika in the
Beautiful
back of the
girl.
car, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were at the Museum of Flying, and I don't know what it exactly happened, but this guy car had cut her off while we were all pulling out the parking lot. And the dude jumped out and was like, bitch, whoop, 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 whoop. And Pac was coming by in his Phantom. And it was like, Pac just jumped out the car like, nigga, who the fuck you talking to?
Right.
Whoop, 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 and just checked dude. So Pac was always somebody that was there that would defend women. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's because of his upbringing with Afeni, and he just always had respect for women.
And that's what
I
love.
From Brenda's Got a Baby all the way to Dear Mama. Yeah. That was Pac's thing. Pac was for the women, you know.
Because that experience of her, she knew him like genuinely as like brother. And like me coming in, like I knew him from the outskirts of like growing up in Oakland and Digital Underground and seeing all of that evolution of Pac. And I was like, you know, and he was, when she was like, you didn't like me? And I was like, no, he used to like get in fights all the time in the band. He was like, I was a young nigga. Like, but just like that always like influenced me, you know, as my experience of like never prejudging someone on just
because when you know people from a distance, it's not really the know, and you go by what other people say. You're only gonna judge them by what people say.
He was giving so much, like the 3 day. It was a 3-day shoot. Well, we spent a lot of time together, and we were like experiencing like the journey of like everything that he had been through and we had been through, and just like a genuine connection of like just love and just like opening up and like as artistry and like what do you do when this happens and and like, you know, and it was just so inspirational. He was just like
the part that I remember the most about the video shoot was he was talking a lot of shit. And
a lot of shit.
Me and him, you know,
well,
one thing about me and Pac, we have this combative relationship when we got together.
A Leo and a Gemini.
Always a debate. You know, he had this and I had this.
His mom was a Leo.
So, you know, we would all, and the funniest thing is because years ago, my friend used to always, a guy friend of mine, he used to always call me the female Tupac. It was funny because everybody said I remind them, you know, my guy friend would say I remind him of Pac, but on the video set, arguing with Pac, Pac kept saying, "You remind me of my mother.
Always.
You remind me of my mother.
Always. That's why he loved her
You're just
so
like my
much."
mother." I said, "But you got to understand, your mother had a you."
Yeah.
So with the food fight, it was like we was all eating with our trays and everybody
was
was
hungry.
getting their grub on.
It was
and
craft service.
Shit, I don't know. Just like somebody threw a piece of chicken. A piece of chicken just went flying out of nowhere, and everybody just started
And we were like,
throwing chicken.
Wait, what?
Picking, and then, but the thing about it was,
It got serious.
Pac was so cowardice. He's gonna grab this little boy, innocent little boy, and hide behind
Because
him
I started throwing,
while
like-
we're throwing the chicken at him.
Like
just
New
grabbed
York
him and
fucking
put him.
Yankees like shots like wow.
I was
Wow. As soon as
windmilling.
she got hit in the head, I got hit in
I
the
was
back of my head.
windmilling, just
It was
windmilling,
over.
just
So we
windmilling,
were like, it was
windmilling.
serious. It was like we had so much fun, but it was like a serious fucking food fight. That was
Right.
crazy.
It was very serious.
Yeah, like a lot of people got hurt. Like Mutai, like everybody, Outlaws. It was everything, and it was just going down. It was like, and at the very end, we were like, "Wah!" And they just ended it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That was fun, but it was organically, like that just was something that just happened organically because we were here and like basically, you know,
Somebody knew they was gonna start it.
Yeah.
Whoever threw their first chicken knew that there was gonna be a chicken fight.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't even know how it even. It was like
happened.
perfect that the cameraman still had the camera going at the time.
It was a lot of
because
organic
it was like
moments.
we was just actually just eating and bam, it started. And everybody just started throwing food everywhere, and people running around the world hungry.
Because we had been in so many different
but we
spots.
had fun though.
And
It was all good. I mean, you know, what more can you ask for?
And he was
you know?
trying to, like, I think with this video is just really trying to capture the essence of like Los Angeles and like hanging out and being in that lifestyle that he was in and we were all in, like everything organically happening and all those memories and stuff. Like so many people nowadays are trying to post Instagram memories where we didn't have phones, we didn't have all of that. It was just everything was happening with us.
You got to remember the shit in your head.
Right.
And if there was a cameraman, there was a cameraman.
And we were
if there
so
wasn't,
fortunate
there wasn't.
for the
So,
video to happen where that was like an organic, like the whole video shoot was basically something that unfolded. And if there was Instagram and all that when we were actually shooting this video, it would be a whole another level because they'd be like, oh, this happened, that happened. And so many people ask us about the stories of what happened. But like, we will only be the only ones that will be able to express what actually happened during that shoot because it was just like, you know.
And then it was like, it was so cool because so many people in LA, it was like, people was calling people like, Pac is driving around LA in a, you know, in a Yellow Lowrider, whoop, whoop, whoop. So it was like, cars.
By the time we got here,
cars was chasing us. Different kids was coming up and down the street. You know, taking pictures. It was different. This and that. You know,
he's like, see, everybody love me.
It had a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like a good vibe to it. You know,
which is crazy. Is like when you look back in retrospect, it was like, you know, we were a part of him, and she had mentioned this a long time ago of like. Experiencing his own memorial You know what I mean? Like him giving respect to all of these different locations and like experiences, and with like real women. Like he made it a point that it was like real women shooting this video instead of hired video models and stuff. And he was talking about how you wanted
his real family. You know, that's what he said. He wanted his real people that live in LA, that frequents the Roscoes, that frequents the all those things that they. Because
back then,
not
like video models were like
just. I mean, but you know, he didn't care nothing about that. He just wanted his homegirls. So whatever all that part didn't have nothing to do with it. It was just like, let me get our friends. That's he
wanted real women of all shapes and sizes and colors.
Pac is cool on that level. You know, it wouldn't have mattered who I had brought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I didn't judge by like which friends I picked. I only picked who were able to come that day. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a judgmental status of, you know, oh, she's cute, she's little, she's this. He said, bring your friends. So whoever my friends would have been on that day, that would have been fine enough to have there. You know?
Wasn't a casting. It was actually real friends and homeboy, and he wanted everything to happen just organically. And I think that the way everything unfolded.
It did. I mean, when you see that now, that you see that, you know, and it's just a trip to actually run across the guy that had the car, you know, and to be able to ride back in the car right now and have that experience of feeling what we felt on that day, you know.
Even
a
on
lot
our
of
way
different
here,
emotions come up, and you know, feel a lot of way because you know you miss Pac, you know.
And me personally, like
everybody miss Pac.
Whenever
you know?
like they're like just even that short experience of like, you know, I've had all my friends are connected in the short experience of like shooting this video was like getting to know each other on a deep level, and him to like everything is connected where like I'll be in a situation and like a song will come on and I'm like, he's here. And like even like shooting this now, like 20 minutes rolling up, I have him on random like playlists and stuff, and then To Live and Die in LA comes on and I'm like, oh, he's here. What a beautiful experience. You know, it's just so we're so blessed to have been able to been a part of his life. I'm blessed that this girl convinced me to do this shit. I was like, I don't want to do some rap shit. And it was like, no, it's more special than that. And, you know, it's like when you look back on him, he's just such a beautiful artist and like way deeper than a lot of people knew. And I'm just so grateful.
I mean, well, to me, I feel like you got to know. If you didn't know who Pac was, you got to know Pac because through the years, it happened the way he would have wanted it to happen. Everybody, you know, he wanted to feel as though people cared about him, that he was a figurehead, you know, like different conversations that we've had. I can remember him saying like, you know, I want that to happen at my funeral. I want the girls to fall all over.
Everything.
I want people to do this and do that. So that was like the biggest thing that I think out of his death that he really didn't get was that real big giant funeral, you know, like how LA was able to do for Nipsey. You know, I think that
and they used to do for a lot of dudes back then.
Missing.
Yeah. In LA, they used to do big funerals for like a lot of like the street niggas and all that stuff. They would do huge funerals where they would have like, and I grew up in Oakland, so they would have like the open, you know, casket, chariot, you know, horse-drawn, you know, and he was in Oakland at that time and stuff too, like where she's talking about just having the bigger funerals and stuff. Like it's a celebration of life. So like most of my, you know, I've been affiliated with a lot of really beautiful people that were affiliated with the street, and their funerals they would send off like, you know, and that's kind of like your ultimate dream when you grow up as a, you know, in that lifestyle and stuff. But he was just, when she's saying that, I think it was like him being around them people and around the Panthers and around like that combination of like street and political and just like wanting that send off of the grand send off where it's like, you know, down Crenshaw with like 20 horses and a chariot and like 500 million roses and bitches crying like, oh, you were my man. I loved you. Why'd you got to go? You know, I think that, but I think he still got it.
Okay, what I was saying is he was saying that, you know, that was his envision of himself, the way he wanted to be laid out. He wanted this, that to happen and all this grandeur and everything. So, you know, it was just a trip for me when he passed away that he didn't get the send-off that I know that he wanted. But what was bigger than the actual send-off that he wanted was all the love that he got, like, around the world and
Eternally.
so many people, and you know that schools right now are doing classes on him and all that different, you know, like my weed lady came to my house and had Tupac, you know, in his casket tattooed on her legs, and she was a white lady. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff was the thing. And, you know, I remember when Tretch tattooed his Tupac on his forearm. And I remember when Tretch showed it to me and I kissed it. And, you know, it was like I couldn't stop crying because the tattoo in his forearm of Tupac looked so real. You know, so it's just those little things that kind of like, being somebody that knew him, that loved him, and that cared about him, those are the things that, you know, make you feel like, okay, yeah, you know, hey, Pac is still in the mist. It's what,
always here.
Over 20 years now, and we're still able to talk about him right now, and people are interested in hearing what the hell went down with him, and, you know, it's dope. I think it's dope.
Yeah.
Super dope. Happy birthday,
Happy
Pac.
birthday, Pac.
Baby, you in your dirty 50s now.
Dirty
you know what I'm saying? You in the 50-50 club.
Love that
But
shit.
look, Pac, if you was here, babe, I would just hug you, kiss you, let you know that we miss you, first of all.
Tupac immortal.
And I'll be trying to say, what kind of music would you be playing right now?
Word.
Would you be on the drill? Would you be on the
Maybe on some
gangster? I don't know. What would you be on right
Everything.
now? I'm curious.
Plucking up motherfuckers from like Cuba,
Today is my
where
boy,
they say you are.
Today is our boy's birthday. You love Pac. We love Pac. And we just want to tell everybody that love Pac on, you know what I mean? I'm not the behalf of his foundation, but as somebody that knew him,
loved and knew,
and loved him, and I know he
appreciated.
loved me also.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to the supporters and the people that love him and stay like this with him, because I stay the same way.
Because it was all real, it was all genuine.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, Tupac. Happy birthday, Tupac. Happy birthday. All right. She gotta go too far with it. All right, y'all. Thank you for signing in. We love y'all.
We love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Art of Dialogue, for having us here.
Positive love of
Talking
all of
about
that
Pac
for Pac's birthday.
and everybody that's on it for Pac.
As an artist,
this is his
like,
day. This
like
is his day.
celebrate, always influence, like everything, and like deeper than you even think you do. No,
Shed some more tears. Bye.